That movie got shut off prematurely. Don't know why. I hit a wrong button. Anyways, I was showing you the hitch. The hitch is 2 carabiners and an eye bolt. And it's just threaded through the dolly. It's a regular dolly. This one's made by Harper, I guess. I don't know, I got it from some homeless people for $5. It's got pneumatic tires. It's pretty cool. And so it's hooked up to the bike and it trails. You know, hopefully we'll be able to get these traps up out of this godforsaken wilderness over here. And you know, I had to stop to come through the valley anyway, so I went and see my friend about getting maybe some herbs. So let's sit here, take a pause for the cause, and talk about stuff right here, right now, because we can. We're allowed to do that in America still. It's one of the few privileges we actually do enjoy. Let me see if I can angle this so it's not totally right in the sun. And we'll sit, we'll have a talk, like Andrew Stanley has a talk. Only, I don't know what my bud's up to. He got kind of wigged out on my case because I was like getting out there, you know, or something. But sometimes you gotta get out there, Holmes. Sometimes you gotta go out to the edge. You know, you really gotta take it to the limit, you know? Because, like I was telling these guys, this cat trap, and everybody goes, oh, well, cat trap and blah, blah, blah. Hey, man, you gotta go up, down stuff that a billy goat wouldn't go up and down. That's no joke. They carry these 12 or 13 pound cages each. You know, I took 4 of them out. I took 4 of them out here on opening day. And 4 times 13, what? 52 pounds. Plus the additional bike that was attached to this bike with bolt system, the original trailer, the cable system that I put on the Bob bike trailer thing. That was 52 pounds of traps and some assorted other bullshit that I hauled. Probably about 70-pound load. And that Bob trailer that I had invented with the cable system, it worked pretty good, except going up hills. What a bitch, man, you know? You're hauling about 100 pounds, 120 pounds up these grades. Plus, basically, you're pushing and pulling it up these grades. And I did it, and that one day, and I was like, am I crazy? Yeah. So, you know, they're still down there, hopefully. Hopefully today we're going to get them. Smoking some nature's own, you know. People put it down. Say, hey, man, this guy's a weed smoker. Yeah. You know, when I was a kid, I used to grow along the lake shore in Oswego before they eradicated it. They had an eradication program. The city used to get funds from the state or whatever, from the feds, to eradicate it. But it used to grow wild down at the lake shore. And I'd run through it when I was a kid. I'd get stoned off the resins. Anyways, that's a different story. Things were way different when I was a kid. Like I was trying to tell my kid, the sky was so blue and the lake was so blue when I was a young man that you couldn't tell the difference where one started and the other one began. Hardly, except a thin line. But that soon changed, and they polluted Lake Erie and killed it, and it flowed into Lake Ontario, which was doomed the minute they started polluting Lake Erie, which had been being polluted for a long time anyways. Let's get down to brass tacks. You know, they treated the lakes like they were a personal sewage hole. Including this one back here. And that's a travesty. People need to realize that you can't be pissing and shitting in your drinking water, dumping garbage, toxic waste and chemicals, and using effluents from industrial waste, you know, and pouring it back into our natural water system. That's ignorance, you know, because those heavy metals get ingested into the food chain by every living being that's in the food chain. It gets transferred onto us. What do you think's causing all this cancer? So, you know, when you smoke nature's own, you know, it opens up these they call it neuronic synapses because there's cannabinoids in our brain cells already, and it allows you to think better, meditate better. The funny thing about the weed is each particular variety, strain, whatever is different, has different effects because it's chemically different. And so the states of the plant have subtle alterations within themselves genetically, producing toxicities that vary from plant to plant and from bud to bud, and the flavor changes because the flavoroids change, and you know, it's a myriad of it's like trying to compare human beings, this one to that one. They're all individual. So each individual plant is an individual experience, and each bud is too. That's the way I look at it. I don't know. I don't know that much about it. Why don't you ask Ziggy? He could probably tell you. Anyways, this is Trap Red. I'm going to take a pause, smoke this cigarette a little bit, and think about some stuff, and then I'll get back with you. We'll make another video further down the road. Remember, further down the road, somebody going to do what you did to them, only maybe harder. So it's best to do it good, huh? Trapper Ed. Hey, Andrew Stanley, this is a big shout out to you. I love your videos. Keep them up, bud.